Hello you guys. Welcome back to my channel as always. So for today's video I wanted to discuss some sanitation tips. For those of you who do not know me, hello, my name is Carla. I have been a freelance makeup artist for professionally I'd say about 8 years now. I went to makeup artistry school. It was not cosmetology, it was strictly makeup, and I ended up becoming the main instructor at that school. I've taught at other schools, taught every course from very basic makeup to special effects to editorial, HD, print, avant-garde, you name it. One of the biggest things with being a makeup artist is sanitation. Sanitation is going to be extremely important just on your day-to-day jobs. However, if you haven't noticed, we're all in a pandemic right now, and sanitation is so important, especially right now. So if you guys are a freelance makeup artist or wanting to become one, sanitation is what's going to set you apart from other makeup artists. And right now, I've actually canceled some jobs in the beginning, early stages of this pandemic just due to safety reasons. But we're in August and things are not getting better. People still need to work. People still need their makeup done. People are still going to events. It's really important to understand what you can do as a makeup artist if you do decide to go book a job, what's going to be best for you and your client as well. If you guys would like to hear some sanitation tips, then go ahead and keep on watching. All right, so for starters, obviously in your makeup kit, you want to carry a hand sanitizer. I've been reading like crazy on tons of different websites and everything, and everybody is saying to use a sanitizer that has it's either 60 or 65% or higher of ethyl alcohol. So the hand sanitizer that I carry in my makeup kit is this brand, and it's called Jow. It does say that it has ethyl alcohol 65%, so this one is good. I do carry just like a regular thing of hand sanitizer as well. But this one's really nice just because it smells really good and it's not super drying because I have really bad eczema on my hands, so this stuff is really nice for that. And it sanitizes. So that is great for your hands. You want to always, no matter what, sanitize in front of your client. So even if you already put on your hand sanitizer, as soon as you get in front of your client, you want to make sure that you sanitize in front of them because they may not believe you. Plus, it would just be a little nicer. So for your actual cosmetics, do not just spray just like rubbing alcohol on them. That's not going to, it evaporates too fast and dissipates, so it's not actually going to sanitize. I use this is a brand called Beauty So Clean Cosmetic Sanitizer Mist that you spray it onto your cosmetics, your eyeshadows, your foundations, literally anything, and it disinfects it without breaking your makeup products down. So the Beauty So Clean brand also has little wipes that you can use. So I like to use these on like my tweezers, scissors, palettes, palette knives, anything like that. Because COVID obviously is spread throughout the air, when you are using the aerosol, please use caution. You don't want to spray it all the way back here, but you don't want to spray it super close. Just a quick little and you should be good. All right, now speaking about tools, you guys probably heard me use palette and palette knife. That is because I also carry a palette and palette knife. You want to carry something that is non-porous. So something that's not going to grow bacteria. This is 100% stainless steel. You can sanitize it, use it many times. I've had this thing forever. It's lasted quite a long time. And then I also like to carry a little palette knife with me. That way I can scoop out any cream foundation, I can scoop out any pigment, I can scoop out under eye cream, lotions, things like that, where I don't have to keep sticking my finger in things. That's gross, that's nasty. You stick your dirty finger in a thing of lotion, the whole thing of lotion is going to be contaminated. So before I use these, like I said, I'll either spray them or I'll wipe them down with the Beauty So Clean wipes. Again, always sanitize your tools in front of your client just to make sure that they know and you know everything is clean. Also, another thing, when you are using pencils, whether you're using a kohl eyeliner pencil or maybe a lip pencil, I always like to sharpen the pencil before using it on my client, especially if it's a lip pencil so I can get a super crisp line. However, and I've seen many of my past students do this, they will literally, all right, we're going to pretend like this is a pencil since I don't have one anywhere close. What they will do is they will take the pencil, sharpen it, go use it on their client's lip, and then put it back in, throw it in their kit. So this pencil has not been sanitized for the next person. So before you go in and sharpen it, I always take a little sanitizer wipe the pencil down, then I'll go in and sharpen it, because if you don't, you're getting all of the germs into your pencil sharpener. And then the next pencil you grab and you go to sharpen it, it's going to have the last person's germs, and it's just going to keep accumulating germs. So I'd rather just quickly wipe it down, sharpen, wipe it down again, just in case. And then the reason why I also like to wipe it down again is sometimes when you sharpen the pencil, it gets really, really sharp. So I'll take the sanitizer wipe and just kind of gently wipe and round the top of it, just so that way you don't cut their lip or cut their eyeball or anything. So sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. Everything. Going back to our tools. So the brushes, you should be cleaning your makeup brushes with a designated makeup brush cleaner. You shouldn't just be using soap and water or, God forbid, rubbing alcohol. Back in the day, I used to use rubbing alcohol, and then I wondered why all of my makeup brushes were completely falling apart. So don't do that. This right here is a makeup brush cleaner by Cinema Secrets. It's a super, super fast drying one, but it also sanitizes the makeup brushes. And so I really like to use this one between clients because, I mean, it literally, you wipe it down and boom, your brush is instantly cleaned. If you're doing a larger, let's say, wedding party or something, if you can hire an assistant just to clean your brushes, that will literally save you so much time, and that way you can focus more of the time sanitizing the brushes, making sure that they're accurately, completely clean, instead of like rushing between clients and just quickly scrubbing. This is another brush cleaner. This is called Parian Spirits. Again, this completely sanitizes the brush. This one, I will say though, it is more of a conditioning brush cleaner, and it will take a little bit longer to dry. And a note on this one, it does smell very strongly like oranges. So if somebody is allergic to citrus or they just don't like the smell of it, I would use caution with this one. Whereas the Cinema Secret one, it's supposed to smell like vanilla, but to me, it doesn't really have a smell. It just smells like chemicals, but that won't transfer to your brushes. Your brushes will not smell like chemicals. Promise you that. So for the actual makeup application, now that we've got the majority of the sanitation out of the way, when you are doing your client's makeup, I, especially right now, would 100% wear gloves. I myself have very severe health issues and cannot risk catching COVID from somebody, nor could I morally live with myself knowing that I gave them COVID. So when you go to pick out gloves, I highly recommend not getting anything with latex in them, because a lot of people may have latex allergies that you may not know about, or maybe like latex food allergies, like bananas, for example. If somebody's allergic to bananas, they could actually be allergic to latex. So, just get vinyl gloves, or whatever those like super fancy black gloves that people use for tattooing. They're a little pricey, but. So these are the gloves I have. They are 100% vinyl. They are powder free. That's another thing I want to throw in. Some vinyl gloves do have like a powder in them, just so your hands don't get all sweaty and gross. I would try to look for some without powder, just because, again, somebody could be allergic to talc or have just some sort of crazy anaphylactic reaction, and that would be awful. So non-powder, non-latex. You're good to go. And also, if you do wear gloves, again, I would highly recommend it, especially getting that close to their eyes and just all of that. Make sure, obviously, you change gloves between clients. So just take off the old pair, sanitize, wash your hands, do what you have to do. I would try to wash your hands if you can with soap and water for 20 seconds, and then put on a new pair of gloves and move on. So for makeup sponges, I love to use beauty blenders or just makeup sponges in general to apply my client's foundation. I do use airbrush. However, I would use caution if you're going to use an airbrush. Again, all of that aerosol in the air, it could potentially spread COVID if somebody has it. And another thing is, if you're going to a venue or somebody's house to do their makeup, and if it's just them, great. Hopefully it's just you guys one-on-one. If you're going to a larger event, try to either set up your little station in the corner, or see if there's even a separate room, and respectfully ask the guests to, stay 6 feet apart. Do not come close to your kit, because if your whole entire makeup kit becomes dirty, like germy, at least for me, that's thousands and thousands of dollars down the drain. And I can't risk contaminating my entire kit. Also, on top of that, if you can downsize your kit and only bring what you need to bring, do that. So again, you don't have to worry about carrying this giant suitcase around. And like I said, if you can go into a specific room that's separate away from everybody, that would be great. So going back to beauty blenders, I like using beauty blenders. Just think they give a really nice finish. I know how to work fast with them. These ones are by Real Techniques. I'm sure you guys have seen these a lot. They're very, very inexpensive. I think they're like $4. They're the best, to me at least, the best beauty blender dupe. I honestly, because this is clean. I literally just cleaned this. You can see it's still stained, and this is my personal one, so it's fine. I honestly, if I'm going to use a beauty blender, it's $4. Toss it or give it to them. I wouldn't want this back, especially, again, because we're living in this pandemic. We need to take all the precautionary steps as possible. Use a brush for their application and just clean the brush thoroughly. Or like I said, $4, you can bulk buy them, just toss them. And then for doing like mascara or lips or anything like that, if you can use as many disposables as possible, please do. Disposables are like, you know, those like little disposable mascara wands or the little disposable lip wands. Again, as soon as you dip the disposable in the, let's say, mascara and you use it on their client, throw that away. That's why they literally sell disposables in like packs of thousands. So like use it once, throw it away. Do not double dip. If you double dip, the mascara, lipstick, whatever it is dead. So same with if you drop your brush or any tool on the ground, it must be sanitized before picking it up and using it back on your client's face. So just always remember, just again, sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. If you think you're sanitizing too much, you're not. Sanitize even more. All right, and then a few other tips for doing the actual makeup application. Again, as the makeup artist, you should be wearing a mask. I don't care what anybody says. Wear a mask. You're going to be so close in proximity to their face. The least thing you can do is put on a mask for you. If you can have your client wear a mask throughout the entire application, that would obviously be preferred. If they're not going to, that's something that you as a makeup artist on a personal level kind of have to decide. Is it worth it? Is it not? And this is something that you should communicate with your client via email, phone, whatever, prior to having them book you. Because if you need, one, communication's huge. And like I said, I wouldn't feel comfortable having my client not wear a mask, especially breathing in me, because I don't know where they've been. They don't know where I've been. Typically, I always do the client's eye makeup first anyways, that I like to go in, prep their skin, you know, apply their lotion, anti-shine, you know, according to their skin type, let all of that sit in before priming, and then I'll go work on their eyes, feel their skin. Obviously, because I'm going to have gloves on, you're not going to be able to feel the skin if it's moisturized or not. So I would recommend using a brush and seeing, like, you know, if the skin's really pulling, it might need a little bit more moisturizer. If the brush just glides super easily, it's probably nice and moisturized. Then from there, I'll do the face. So if you can have them just wear a mask while you're working on their eyes, and then, you know, once you're done, start the foundation on the forehead, and then boom, take the mask off and quickly, because doing down here, you know, that should take relatively, you know, 5 minutes the most. Also, if you are not a hair and makeup artist, if you're just strictly a makeup artist, typically if you're doing a larger event like a wedding or some sort of special gathering, there will be somebody designated to do hair. Again, with hair, there's going to be hairspray, there's going to be tools and stuff. Again, if you could try to stay away from the hair station because of all of the aerosols and just all of the stuff going on in the air, try your best to try to stay away from there. And last but least, as a professional makeup artist, you should always, no matter what job it is, no matter if we're in a pandemic or not, draft up a contract. The reason why I say this is because you don't know what type of allergies they have. You don't know anything about them. Most of the time, you're meeting them for the very first time the day you're doing their makeup. And having a contract drafted up prior to that will, one, make sure that everything on this piece of paper is true, that you're covering your end and you're covering the client's end as well. And so typically I have all of my prices on my contract. I will put on there if you have any allergies to makeup products and food, because a lot of food products are in makeup, whether it be berry extract, nuts, latex, different things like that. You always want to clarify and let them know, like, any allergy, even if it's gluten, let us know, because gluten, there's a crap ton of gluten in lipsticks, and somebody like me who has celiac disease could have a crazy gluten attack, and that would be awful. So draft up a contract. In the contract, also state that if any sort of allergic reaction or anything were to occur either after or on set, you as the makeup artist are not responsible. It is their job to let you know if they've been around anybody with COVID, if they have any allergies, anything along this, you are not responsible for. If you do not have a contract and God forbid something happens to them, they can come around and sue you, and they can sue you for everything. So definitely have a contract. I know that sounds very, very extreme, but we're living in a very extreme world right now, so it's better to cover your end than not. All right, you guys, so thank you so much for sticking around and listening to all these fun tips and tricks. If anybody has any suggestions or anything that they would like to share, go ahead and leave that down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to your girl, all that fun stuff. I want to try to focus to get more makeup education onto my channel rather than just doing fun little looks, but if you guys are still digging the looks and would rather have that than education, please let me know. Thank you again so much. I really hope all of you are staying safe out there and staying sanitary. Anyways, thank you guys again so much. And again, if you are looking to become a makeup artist, or if you are already a makeup artist and are really struggling throughout these times, you know, I wish you the best of luck. It's really hard right now. It's really hard for anybody to try to move on with their life and do stuff. But you know, we all got to stay positive, focus on the good, and at least try to educate ourselves on this matter. So hopefully we won't be in this for too long, but time will tell. Again, thank you so much for watching, and until the next video, bye!